Hello and welcome to In the House. My name is Matthew Gunzel.
And I'm Andy Cook.
And in this episode we're going to be talking about our BQC All-Star squad. So these are players who could make Team UK or are already on Team UK.
If they work on it and they try.
And they keep up the discipline and focus and fitness. So yeah, let's get on with it.
Let's go.
So we're going to be talking about our BQC All-Star squad. So these are players who could make Team UK with a bit of the right coaching, a bit of the right attitude.
Or in Team UK and
kind of haven't shown why they deserve it.
Yeah, or have gone a bit under the radar in general to both of those.
So let's start with keepers. We're going to start with Caleb. We've discussed Caleb already. But he played a blind this weekend, knowing when to distribute, when to drive, when to fake, when to weave. He just kind of really set up York's chaser lineup amazingly. And just all around excellent.
At the beginning of the season, he was an impressive player, and there's a bit of a talk going that's a good player for York, and that's no disrespect to York, but they're a small team who are...
Now he's become a good player, full stop.
And that started to come out of Valentine's Free, I think.
Yeah.
And
Christmas Cup he played a blind there as well.
And that's it, a couple of good stringed back-to-back performances.
Yeah.
And Team UK have got to be looking at nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about Andrew Hall, who is in Team UK, and I will admit that this time last year...
Andy thought he was shit.
I was questioning his position, Will Word.
Andy thought he was shit.
I just thought there were better keepers out there, and I love the guy, but wasn't sure. I think this season he's lost a bit of weight. He's muscled up a little bit, and I think...
But again, he's learned that when to pass and when to drive. He didn't really have that when he was on Quidditch and Bangor. He was kind of like, oh, when in doubt, drive, why not?
He drove and then could pass off that one pass with Bangor, and it was good. It was what team was built upon. But this year, I just think he's a fantastic player. I watched him in 2 matches, and it just was attractive Quidditch.
So good job for you, Andrew.
Yeah, really impressed.
He apologises.
I apologise
for thinking you were shit. You're not. You deserve that Team UK spot. Keep it up. Let's talk about chasers. Ben Malpass, who plays for Warwick, probably scored most of their goals.
Yeah.
Stellar player, athletic, can put in the tackle, knows what he's doing on pitch. Yeah. Just should be on Team UK. There's no reason he shouldn't be on
Team UK. And again, just the awareness on the pitch was visible, especially from that final.
Yeah.
When at times they were struggling against the beta game, but the awareness was key.
Yeah, exactly. So Ben Malpass, he should be on Team UK. Cat Jack, we both kind of are fans of Cat Jack.
We argued at Valentine's 2 when we were both captains. We both wanted them on our team.
Yeah.
I didn't win that argument.
Look, first time, it's good.
But just a fantastic player, really good at just
the defense.
Knowing when to tackle.
Cat is good on offense, but on defense she's just scrappy and she's not afraid to put herself
really
on the line.
Like Lily.
Yeah, exactly. For a female player, got the size that you need on defense.
Strong.
Strong, exactly. So Cat Jack also should be a Team UK. Maybe not a shoe-in, but definitely up and coming kind of.
Knocking on the door, and I think that's what we're talking about now. Is those knocking on the door.
Exactly. Yeah. Tom Dutton is my next one. Plays for Taxes. Played for Bangor before that.
Yeah.
He really frustrated me when we played Bangor. Whenever.
When I was still playing.
Yeah. Me and Phil went to beat him at the same time, and he simultaneously jumped and crouched. And if you kind of imagine, it's kind of like he just disappeared. He just kind of went. But he's so athletic, so agile. And again, for Taxes, he played amazingly. Around the hoops, he's so dangerous because he's just so weavy and so agile. Again, one of those players where if he put in the effort and kind of discipline and really decided he wanted to be on Team UK, he probably could.
Probably could easily.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, it's a sash deal. Getting a bit of a reputation already, I feel. We're not the first to say this.
Yeah.
Bit of a reputation is just a bit of a tank, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Leeds versus Griffins to...
Leeds versus Griffins?
Leeds versus Edinburgh Seconds. Sash probably scored, a third, half of Leeds' goals just through driving through an entire defence by herself. And admittedly against a lesser flex team, that's quite easy. But the fact that she can do that when it's time to do that.
She's not a big player either.
Exactly.
She's strong, but she obviously isn't the tallest person. And I think that's actually where she can spring up as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually quite impressive.
So Sash is in kind of category of Frankie and those springy, athletic
ninja,
female players.
Chasers.
Yeah. Next up on our list, Abby Harris, another Taxes player, used to play for Leicester.
Leeds for a little bit?
Leeds a little bit, yeah. Very similar to like Tom Dutton in terms of that around the hoops agility, being in the right place at the right time for the pass, and then just doing a last minute drive into the hoop.
And similar to Sash, one of those players who will take a big hit, hit the floor, do a sneaky press up,
get back up,
and then tackling someone else.
Fine. Yeah, not a problem. Great, cool. Let's do beaters. I'm a big fan, and he knows I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I have no shame in saying that George Matthews is one of the best offensive beaters in the UK right now.
I think I came across him for the first time at Eggnog, maybe. That's a tournament, right?
Yeah, me and him are beating together.
That's the first time I kind of came across them, and just very aggressive.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Kind of similar to like how Lucy Q plays in terms of like the very messy, very aggressive, but fast enough, agile enough, athletic enough to tidy it up and be back in time for the defense.
Yeah, and actually, when I saw the one game of Leeds, I didn't really notice them, but that's why they're a good player, because they're so efficient, so
really
effective.
Good offensive beaters. You don't really notice that they're wrecking havoc, but they are wrecking havoc. So George Matthews, again, if you put in the discipline, got a bit more athletic, bit more bulk, worked on his tackling form, could be a Team UK show. Go on, how are we going to say this?
Sasha
Burgoyne. Burgoyne.
Sasha Werewolves. I didn't see her play this weekend, I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, played like amazingly. Werewolves versus Reading. Sasha like just all over the shop. Yeah, just like got that kind of some defensive beaters you can tell when they're watching a game. It's like that thing off Fallout. I forget what it's called, where it like slows down and you can see they're playing like slow motion.
Again, like on my team 18 months ago, Valentine's 2, I've admitted to them already. I bought Alex Harrison and they came free. I've admitted that to them, but actually a fantastic beater will really get thrown into a game. And actually, the aggression of beaters needed is definitely there. A lot of respect for them as a player, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Last two are two York beaters I'm big fans of. Lewis Boast, I said in one of my last videos I'm a big fan. I'm not going to apologise for repping the same players. But then Francesca Vigilante, what a name as well.
Like
that's
that
is you should go to Team UK on account of that name.
Just got on the back of your shirt, people are like, that's a good Merc name.
Yeah, Vigilante. Oh wait, that's our actual name.
Yeah, just I know I've been chatting to Francesca and she was actually not really pleased with her performance, which says a lot to me on how good her performance can be. In the final against Taxes, just really good at knowing who to beat. I think you can have good beaters who can beat from really far away. They can do that last minute beat, but actually
the decision making,
when to beat and when not to beat is really key. And I think both of those, I think there's good chemistry between them.
Exactly. The key thing is with Lewis as well. I was in the York sub box, like doing a little bit of coaching in the final, and Lewis like is a great offensive beater, but he just needs that confidence. And like when I shouted at him, go and like do that, he would do it and like be amazing and be fine. So it's just like needs that kind of like behind him, which I think he'll get, and he'll kind of really rep himself next season and get more and more of an.
And actually, like being from there, I know it's like obviously you're going to be at York next year, and Phil Brown has a good chance. And both of those will just thrive under an experienced beater pair like you two. Like you're not going to get in a team behind those two and Phil. I'm sorry, but like
I'm an excellent beater.
Just like. That bit of mentoring by Phil Brown.
Just the confidence.
Never mind Gunzel, but someone like Phil Brown to mentor them, who actually hasn't made our list. I don't know, did they have a good weekend?
Phil, it was alright.
He's alright.
Let's talk about seekers. So, we've got one seeker on our list. It's because he's amazing. Like, he needs to be, like, should be on Team UK. Needs to be on Team UK. Yeah, like Ash Cooper. Like, put down those fucking medical forms, right? Go and speak to Matty Percival about coming and being on Team UK.
What you came up with some stat. His average
snitch catch was like 16 seconds or something.
That's all we're going to say.
He caught Farmer in 17 seconds.
Shall we end the video there? That's
like, literally that's it. Matty Percival for Team UK, 2K16. I've been Matthew Gunzel.
I've been Andy Cook.
And we'll catch you at some point in the future for some more videos.